at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I am super excited to be hosting tonight's call. Definitely not your trainer for this evening. And for those of you who may or may not know who I am, my name is Miss Nikki Alexandria, and I have been a part of the Unity Energy, the Unity family since 2015 under the direct leadership of one of the visionaries of Unity. And we say that Unity stands for you and I together. Yes, because the truth is we can do so much more together than we can ever do apart. And speaking of one of the visionaries of Unity, this gentleman is actually our trainer for this evening. And this is the gentleman that I met 10 years ago who has been very instrumental in my success in this industry. Now, he is originally from the Bronx, New York. Very, very humble beginnings, guys. An amazing individual, someone who said, you know what, even though I may come from, the projects, even though I may not have, a vast education, just a high school education, someone who was a blue collar worker and someone who served our country as a U.S. paratrooper. This gentleman said, you know what, I want something more. Right? I want something more for myself. I want something more for my family. I want something more for my people. And I want something more for my community. And because of him making a decision to change his life, he's been changing the lives of thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people around the world, because he is now a successful serial entrepreneur and a highly sought after coach, mentor, and speaker. And I'm so grateful that, again, he reached out to me 10 years ago, because I am one of those people that he has changed the lives of, right? So what I'm going to do is move on out of the way of greatness and bring to the line none other than the millionaire mentor himself, Mr. Jason L. Scott the first. Mr. Scott, are you on the line, sir?
Yes, young lady, I'm absolutely line. Can you hear me? Can you see?
I can hear you and I can see you looking all sharp and glistening. Great
Excellent,
evening,
excellent.
sir.
I got the light over there. I got the light over there. I got the light right here. I got the light right here as I'm going live on IG. I'm like all over the place. Then of course I got the emu all over the face, so it's glistening right now. So listen, guys, I wanted to have this amazing call today. But before I get started with the call, I have to make sure I give it back to this amazing entrepreneur, business leader herself. She's been such a instrumental part of the organization and the growth that we've been able to have. So I appreciate you, young lady, and all that you do. And I think you texted me earlier and said that you were doing that Sunday dinner. So I think you you absolutely laid it down today. So congratulations on that right there, young lady, for spending that time with your family. Definitely. Let me make sure that I stop these dings. Okay, I think you already did it. Great. Guys, listen, each and every Sunday night at the same time for the last dozen years or so, longer than that, but sometimes you take a break here and there based off of whatever is going on. I feel like the last dozen years or so, we've been actually doing these calls, right? And as you do these calls are designed for personal development, personal growth. So people choose to get on. They may deem it as not something important, but it's always important to be plugged in. Yes, as entrepreneurs, we're always looking for ways and that we can be inspired, ways that we can be motivated. But a lot of times we start looking at life, we start looking at situation, we start looking at what we have going on. And if you're an entrepreneur, as you should be classifying yourself as, we always checking numbers. And sometimes when you start checking numbers, whether your numbers that you're checking is volume, whether those numbers you're checking is paycheck, you still start checking your numbers on you should be checking it on a daily basis. You should be checking it several times a day. You should be with the anticipation and expectation that something big is going to happen for yourself. Just what it is. You don't just see what happens at the last second and hope that a paycheck occurs and things like that. But because we're entrepreneurs, we have to find ways that when we draw inspiration and we allow ourselves to be motivated, which is personal. Motivation is something that you can do inside yourself. We might give you we might say a few things to make you feel motivated, but you have to get motivated yourself to get up, to do certain things. But what's going to be the difference? What's going to be the difference right now for all of us who decide that we want to take inspiration? Like, for instance, yesterday we had an amazing call, right? We had a couple of amazing calls. Matter of fact, I just text Tammy the link to the call. I uploaded yesterday, but I forgot to actually publish it. So I just text her the link. And I'm going to actually put it onto our private group chat or, on our Unity chat on Facebook. And I'm going to post it in there so you guys can have access to it as well, because she did an amazing job. So if you was on that call, you should have been inspired from that call. You should have said, you know what? I love the way I love hearing a different voice. I love hearing someone else who knows the same thing, who's been applying the same strategies, the same techniques, who's stepping out on her own for the very first time, doing the things that we've been teaching already. But now she had a chance to teach the big organization and big team. And she stepped out on it. And she did an amazing job. And many of us should have been inspired from that. I was inspired. You should have been inspired by that to say, you know what? Me too. Me next. Let me do it next. I want to be a part of that. I remember I've had leaders that I've trained over the years, right? One of my leaders I've trained years ago, I remember just like myself, I'm a person where I'm like, just give me the ball. Let me do it. All right. For instance, we had the call. I was talking with Twala a few days ago, and we have a new presentation that we're looking to roll out, and it's not quite complete. But I was like, I'm gonna do the presentation. I'm gonna do it tonight with the call. I'm gonna do it tonight with the new presentation. Because I just like, let me just do it. Let me just throw it out there and see what sticks. But as I'm doing it, it wasn't quite working out. But I still was like, let me do it again. Now that goes back to the young lady I was talking about that I trained years ago. I remember when we used to start doing presentations, right? We started a company or something, and she would say, I want to do the presentation. Same thing. She didn't know anything. We're trying to figure it out. I didn't have to say, hey, can you do the presentation? Can you help? She was like, I'm gonna do the presentation. I'm like, great. So she did a presentation. As soon as she did the presentation, like, oh my God, I messed up. I was nervous. I was scared. I'm gonna do it again. And she was like, I'm gonna do the next one. I'm like, yes. Because once you decide that you're going to be the leader, once you decide that you're going to be the leader that other people will follow, you're going to make the decision that you're going to step up and be as great as you can for yourself. Once you make that decision and you go for it, and no matter what shows up, you have to go for it again. See, once you do it and you realize that you're still breathing, you still realize you're still alive. Most people think that once they do a thing, they're going to absolutely fall out. But once they do it, they're like, man, I feel alive. I feel like I can do it again. And you yourself have to get right back from that inspiration that you accomplished it, because confidence comes from accomplishments. And once you accomplish it the first time, it's not about getting it right or wrong. It's about, if you said, I'm going to do 30 minutes, and you did 30 minutes, you accomplished it. Regardless of what happened in that 30 minutes, the fact that you still say yes, the rhythm, the rebel, without a pause, I'm lowering my level, you still say yes, and you went for it. And as you go for it, as you decide that you want more for it, and you put things in place to make it happen, you have to be inspired. So I want to talk about a few things, because we had that call at 10 o'clock. Then we had a call right after that 11 o'clock, where I absolutely gave some instructions. I gave some great training, and then I gave some instructions. Now it was great training because it was trainings that I got over the years from other coaches, other mentors, things that I applied, things that even for some of us leaders on the call, like Nikki and everybody else, gave me different things, and I incorporated all into a call. So it wasn't just my training; it was a culmination of great leaders, and I just gave everybody the best of what I had yesterday. All right. So from that, many people were inspired. Some of you guys was self-motivated. How I know? Because I gave instructions. I gave some things for people to do. And as I gave some things for people to do and I gave instructions, many of you guys said yes to following the instructions. Many of you guys said yes to doing what you had to do to make it happen. Many of you guys said yes. And as I said, to go out here and go ahead and do a video. I saw many of you guys did the video. I said, go out here and do not just a video, but do a training. Some of you guys did a training. I said, talk about your product. You talk about your product. I just saw a post a little while ago that from Peggy Sony. Just as I was logging on, as I was getting my phone, I saw that hers popped up, and it was showing up that Peggy she did a call where she was. I didn't get a chance to watch it because I was logging on, but I saw she put the sum of Slim up there, or how she worded it at the top, and then she was talking about the ISO cleanse and some of the products. Right? I don't know exactly what all she talked about, but I saw she was talking about a product and she had show one of the drinks. That's because once she got motivated, once she got inspired, she was motivated to say yes. She was motivated to go the whole path, go the whole route. That's where we have to be right now. Our business is revolves around volume and numbers, taking actions to produce volume, taking actions to produce numbers, taking action to produce sales. And that's what our business revolves around, all right? Taking action to talk to people, to make phone calls, to sell products, do whatever we can do to be able to engage with people. Like I spent time today calling people. I have people who bought the kits and bought products, and I promise you, I'm calling people to see how they're going, because I want them not just to buy the product one time. I want them to buy the product next time. I'm trying to make sure I can keep them motivated and inspired to keep using the product so they can keep on believing in the process and believing in themselves. Because as an entrepreneur, it's not just one sale. I'm looking for the ongoing. I look for that person to become an ongoing customer, a long-term person who's going to be involved in my life. I'm involved with their life. I want to know what they have going on. They're going to be a consumer. As their consumer long-term, I want to be able to touch bases at times so they can just see what else I got going on. New products may launch. All these things, right, are important. So for me, I know that these numbers that we have on a weekly basis, they're going to get us a paycheck. You have to know that the work that you're doing is going to produce volume and numbers that's going to get you a paycheck. So now that you're inspired, and I know I'm looking at the numbers right before this call logged on, I'm looking at the numbers. I can literally see who's doing what. Now I can, how I can know? I don't have to look at everybody. I can look at my own stuff and see who's doing what. Right? I see I had some sales myself, which gave me cash that I had actually. When you actually get some sales, you can get paid the next day. So whether you set that up for the weekly or the daily, you can see action and see a paycheck from that. But as you start to build a team of people, there's volume that's generated. Sales, and we put that volume back in from sales that we did cash on hand. We put that back in. Why am I saying that? Because I want to make sure that everybody, let me look at this calendar real quick, remembers this. We have the rest of this week, and then Smart Ship Week starts on Friday. But the rest of this week and Smart Ship Week starts on Friday. Why is that important? We do our Smart Ship on the 10th of the month. I need you to know that we have to operate with a plan. If you're not really doing big things day to day, you're not doing big things week to week, but you are. I'm saying week to week. You're not doing big things week to like let's say every single day. You're not doing something big. But over the course of several days, $50 here, $50 there, $100, it starts to accumulate. And as it starts to accumulate, all that together is volume that you got to put back in. That could be $300, $400, $500, $1,000 in volume. Smart Ship is coming up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days, the 10th of the month. That means we can literally, from the inspiration that we got from us being inspired, we can start to build volume up. All right. Because we got to place our Smart Ships on that Thursday, which is the end of the work week. But we can't wait until the last moment. So we got to start now. Yes, Thursday, we have Thursday this week. But if you're only doing a little bit, I don't want you to put all that volume back in. I want you to do 5 things. All right. I want you to focus on these 5 things now that you're inspired. Because if we know that Smart Ship is on the 10th, and we know we have to place orders together in order for people to have a big paycheck, the 10th of the month, whatever Smart Ship week, write this down. You got to always remember, it should be the biggest week that you have out the month. Matter of fact, many of you who got paid last week, you got paid from what you did on the Smart Ship on the 10th of last month. What you got paid on this last Thursday, mine's get paid on Friday because it goes directly to my bank account. So my even though it hits the account, it takes about a day before it goes into my bank account. So whatever goes into the bank account, you can literally use that for your Smart Ship for the next month. You can use that to buy some more product. You can use it for you to be able to, if you're going to be doing what we talked about on the calls and the trainings yesterday at 11 o'clock, when I'm talking about all the ideas and ways that you can get out here, you can meet people and you can focus and you can build up. I gave a lot of insight. I gave a lot of things that can be done. So because I gave all those things, it's important that now that you know that I've given you all the ways that you can generate some sales, generate some volume, have some success. We know that we have a plan that on the 10th of the month, what's going to happen. I want to make sure that we focus on 5 things. Now that you're inspired, write this down. I'll give you like 5 steps. I'll like to give them like ones, two, 3, normally 3 to 5, sometimes maybe 7, but I keep everything to 5. People can remember 5, they can kind of stick to 5, they can stay focused on 5, right? Now, again, during the summer months, it's maybe slower in recruiting, but it's not a slower time in sales. Right? It's only slower in sales if you don't allow yourself to focus in on what we're talking about right now. So the first thing that I want you to focus in right now, it may be recruiting may be down for you, but sales shouldn't be down, not at this time of the year. And as you expand your mindset, you understand that vision mastery is mastering the vision. You have the vision for greatness, the vision for success, vision of a paycheck, exact whatever it is you have, vision of what you want to accomplish. When you have a clear vision, number one is I want you to set clear goals. Clearly define what you want to achieve. That's why I opened your mindset to understand what's happening on the 10th of the month. I opened your mindset to get you ready to understand being inspired at the call at 10 o'clock yesterday, further inspired for what's happening at 11 o'clock yesterday with the training call, more inspiration from you seeing other people who posted into the chat group, the results that they were having from the things that we talked about. And some of you guys drew inspiration from watching somebody else, like Nikki did hers, and someone drew inspiration for that and did theirs. And other people were posting because we gave them a homework assignment on the call. And many of you guys absolutely did exactly what it is. But you have to set clear goals on what you want to achieve. So let's say if I just told you what we're going to do we got 11 days to build up your inventory. I mean, to not build up, but to actually, let me say, I don't want to use the word deplete, but to actually sell out your inventory. So it's kind of like depleting inventory. You can deplete your inventory that you already have. If you have products that on hand, you can sell that, knowing that on a daily basis, you should be going live, talking to people making posts, and in the comment section, reaching back out to people, telling people to meet you one-on-one, telling people, shoot you the numbers, so you can call them on FaceTime, so you can meet them on Zoom, meet them on a phone call. You should have a clear goal, defining exactly what it is that you want to achieve. But you got to break down a larger goal into smaller goals, manageable tasks. So set a clear goal, manageable tasks. I was talking to my son today about the same thing. Be doing different things, DoorDash and different things. And I'm like, you can't just randomly just pop out at different times here and there like it's no big deal. If you're going to do these things, you do it with a plan. You do it with a clear intention on what you intend to take away. You do it knowing that if you're going to go out and about and you're going to go make some things, don't just say, I'll pop out for a couple of hours. No, go out with a clear plan. I need this much money, this much, because this much today equals this much by tomorrow, and today and tomorrow, tomorrow, and Tuesday, today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, today, tomorrow, and Thursday. By the end of a full week, you can actually say, I've made $1,000. I made $1,500. I made $2,000. Whatever it is, you have to have a clear goal. Because without the goal, if you go out and about and you're not having great return on the time that you're out and about, people not tipping different things, you'd be like, I don't want to do this today. And it doesn't feel like it's important to you, but it should be important. Our business is important. No matter what you have going on in life, and that's your business, that's your job, that it is important. But because we're entrepreneurs, you have to set and define a clear goal. You have to break it down. The clarity that you're going to have when you actually breaking it down, when you're tackling one day at a time, but you have in that day, this is my goal for that day. It's going to help you maintain your motivation and your focus when you set clear goals. So what is your goal? I'm saying it, but ask yourself, like, what is your goal? Do you have an income goal? Write that down. If you have an income goal, then what are you going to do? If you have an income goal for the week, income goal for the day, what are you going to do if you want this for the week, what are you going to do on a daily basis to get that goal done? Number 2, and again, I'm talking about now that you guys has been inspired. The trainings we have done over the last several weeks has been designed to get you into a space that you're connecting, building relationships, finding new people, all the strategies we've been giving. And then I gave you events and things that you can go to and connect with people. So number two is create a vision board. Now I know people talk about that at the end of the year and things like that, but some of you guys, you may have created one, don't even use it. It may be on the corner someplace. You may not even complete it. It don't have to be anything big. It can be something you can do with something small that you can have right on the wall, right in front of you. Something that you can actually put together. Yes, you can do something big, but right now I want you to visualize your goals by creating a vision board. Include the images, the quotes, whatever elements that is going to take that you need. Put all those things in it. I'm saying whatever's going to resonate with you, all the things that you're going to need for your aspirations. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you need, it has to be a visual reminder that can serve as daily inspiration for you. These things are important right now because now that you have been inspired, again, I'm giving you 5 keys and 5 steps and five action steps that you can actually take now that you're inspired to do with something now that you have, now that you can draw from that inspiration and put some goals in place. So number one, set clear goals. Number two, create a vision board. Because the thing about vision boards, people, like I said, they'll do them Christmas, end of the year, for the year. And then when things not going quite right, they put them to the side. Some of you guys may have already got one. Dust it off if you don't have it in front of you. Get it from behind the couch, get it from behind stuff and put it back out in front. It don't have to be a big one. It could be something small that you have. Do something that you can even have it on your desk if you need to. Number three, develop an action plan. Outline the specific steps that you need. Yeah, not just the goals, but some action plan. Go out from this time to this time. I'm going to do this on this right here. I'm going to sell this many packs. I'm going to put together this. I'm going to put together packs of this. I'm going to actually sell this. I'm going to do calls at this time. I'm going to do some content at this time. I'm going to do content for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm going to do that today. Or I may do content tomorrow for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Just develop an action plan and outline the specific steps that you're going to need to take to reach your goals. And then you got to assign the deadlines to each task. That's what I said. You got to say, I'm going to do it at this time. And you got to give yourself a deadline to get it done. Don't just say you're going to do it. The deadline for each task holds you accountable. And then the structured approach that you use for that is going to help you maintain the momentum that you're going to need to pull this off. So I need you to develop a strong action plan. Write it down and just put a few things next to it right now that's going to help whatever popped in your mind that you can kind of go back in after this call and really, really redefine it and write it out more. Number four, during this time right now, like I said, we're talking about how to be inspired during this time when certain things may have slowed down. Recruiting may have slowed down, but sales should be picking up. So your business is not stopped. Some people may say summertime is slow. No. There's still people in the company that they're ranking up, they're hitting goals. People in different organizations, different companies, different things still having success. No matter what, they're still winning. People are winning. If people are still winning, then it's still winnable. Period. No matter what well, I don't care about what it looks like for yourself. Don't let your sight distort your vision. I don't care what's happening because based off of what you have not been doing, we can't look at what's happening for other people based off what you're not doing that they've been doing. So number four is when you engage in continuous learning. This is where, like I said, we got many people right now. They're not engaged in a continuous learning. They're not engaged in this process. Let me know if you guys are still on the live right here. Put a comment in here so I know if you guys are live. All right. If not, I'm gonna stop the live here and because I'm gonna use the phone to do some other stuff here. Right. So make sure you guys are absolutely focused in on continuous learning. Use the slower periods, right? The slower times when certain things not happening. Use that time to grow yourself, to enhance your skills, enhance your knowledge. This is the time we can attend workshops, attend events, webinars, read books. This is the time that all the things that you can utilize that's related to network marketing. This is the perfect time for that. Let me see this. This is the perfect time for all those things right there. I wanted to be able to find some time so I can absolutely give me a second. Guys, when I do what I'm doing, I like to actually use my phone as a time to to make quick videos and things like that that I can actually use. That's what I use at this time right here. All right. But can engage in continuous learning. Use this time knowing that if like like for instance, when everything is moving, sales and recruiting heavy, we do a lot of calls at 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock and 10. We'd be going around the clock like hours at a time. But like right now, I'd be like telling everybody, "You'll call me so I can do a call." Nobody calls. Nobody don't call because in their mindset they feel they got nothing going on, or they feel like I can't call until I got something. No, that's why we call, so we can get something going on. There's so much that we can do to produce results right now together. A lot of times you got to do it just to get yourself out of your own head, reaching out and connecting, doing the things we got to do, doing live together, all the things that we've been talking about inside of the data. This is the time to learn how to do some calls, learn how to go live, learn how to do this stuff together, learn how to talk about these products together, get with other people in the group and say, hey, let's go live. When we finish this call, just say, hey, let's go live real quick. Find 1 or 2 people you can go live with and just do it just because. And if you don't do it today, do it tomorrow. Just because. A live is just going live. People these days, man, they be going live about anything. They be going live and just doing nothing, just talking, just sitting there looking around. Some people just playing music. Some people, I'm not just talking about network marketing, just in life. It's like it can become so much of a distraction because people are just logged in and just watch people doing nothing. These are the times they should be they should be engaging in continuous learning for themselves, learning how to do something, but they'll just watch other people. And in the process of watching some of these people are going live and making money on their lives and learning and talking about stuff that's selling things because other people just want to be a part of something and they just, whatever you're talking about, they did. Sometimes you go live and nobody be responding. Sometimes I go live and I'll see people log in, they log off, but I don't care. I'll give the very best of myself because you never know who's watching. People who reached out to me this week was like, I'm reaching out because I'm always inspired by you. You always continuously going. It seems like you never stop. You never quit, no matter what's going on. I've been seeing people coming, going, and doing in and out, but you always be talking about helping people and growing people and doing other stuff. When they may see other people jumping around and doing other stuff, but as they going live, they talking negative and talking down, and nobody want to be a part of that nonsense. When people are constantly negative all the time, some people do because they in their mindset at first, like, man, I love, I'm here. You know how people like to say in the comment section, I'm here for it. I'm about that until it's targeted to you. Then now you got a problem with it. I don't want the drama. I don't want the negative aspects of all this other stuff. So when I keep showing up, I'm showing up for people to see that there's an alternative to that nonsense. Yes, trust me. I know all that stuff. It's like whenever it comes to reality shows, they want people to be, as we say, ratchet. Want people to be extra. Want people to do all this because that's what people will love. It's like they can't turn away from the train wreck. They can't turn away from the accident. They can't turn away from all that stuff. That's how people are. They can't turn away from that. But when we're talking about other stuff, people don't always deem it as important. But you have to know that this is a time for continuous learning. And right now you got to learn yourself, learn your products and learn. And most of the time just do it, but just going live and just showing up. Right? 5, because I'm gonna wrap the call up here. 5 is build and strengthen relationships. So these are 5 things, 5 steps, 5 action steps that I want you to be able to take. Like now that you guys have been inspired the last week or so, at least a couple of weeks that we've been giving insight, trainings, everything else. Set clear goals, create a vision board, develop an action plan, engage in continuous learning, and build and strengthen relationships. Remember I told you a little while ago, I said I've been calling people and checking in. Matter of fact, I text several people. I sent them some information for the products. They didn't respond yet. So I was like, hey, how's everything going today? Just checking in, not benefit related, just checking in and just how things going in general. Oh, I'm tired. Work is crazy. And you? Hey, I understand all is well. I just want to say hi. I'm just checking in just to build some relationships, keep some stuff going on. Later on, I had a few people tell me, I'm like, hey, what's going on? I got your number. Let me know a good time to talk so we can just catch up. Some people I just want to just show genuine concern about them. Some people I just want to let the universe, because without it, everybody, we want to be able to find negative stuff to be plugged into something negative. Always looking. It's like some people want to always look for a funeral to go to because they want to be around the sadness all the time. I don't want to look for the funeral to go to. I don't want to look for the next bad thing to happen so I can go to that. So I want to find other people who are doing other things in a positive light that I can stay plugged into, connected to keep me inspired. But also build some relationships. And if it doesn't turn into something for this, it may turn into me for just being a part of my community. And they're part of my community, they may add other people's community. If I'm adding some of their other people because they feeling I'm bringing value to them, they may add their people to my other communities that I'm building. And as they add other people to the community, their people in the community may be inspired by something I'm doing, and they may want to join or buy something from me. Even the person who I actually started connecting with don't do it. But if you build and strengthen relationships, focus on nurturing your network, right? Write that down. Focus on nurturing your network. It has to be a real thing that you're doing. Reach out to existing clients, like I said just now, just reach out to them so you can build a stronger relationship. Matter of fact, let me see. It was one guy, Peggy, I've been talking to him. I didn't know who he was. We just reached out. His name is Charles Thomas. I sent some information a couple of times. I met with him on Zoom. I ain't sent it to you yet because he hasn't done anything yet. But I was waiting for him once I was, because I didn't know who he was at first. We just was talking. I think he saw me do something on social media. And he reached out a couple of weeks, about a month ago. So I started conversating with him. Then when I got a chance to meet on Zoom, I'm like, how do you know me? How do we connect? He was like, oh, he said when we went to, he talked to previous company. Then he said your name. I'm like, oh, okay. I said, yeah. So this is what I'll do. I said, I want to make sure that we still work. That I want you to go through this whole process. So when you're ready to make a move, I'm gonna let you make this move with Peggy. I'm gonna still coach you. I'm gonna still work with you, but she'll actually be the one that'll work with you since she's the one who. That's how I know you. Now, does it have to be that way? No. No, people can sponsor whoever. People do it all the time. But that's kind of how I operate. If I know that now Peggy wasn't plugged in and doing other stuff, it'd be different. But I know she's plugged in. She'll be doing that stuff. She'll be trying to connect with people. So my mindset, as I'm building relationships, strengthening relationships. And again, you guys got other people through other people. That you should be building strong relationships. Matter of fact, he was on one of the calls. It was a training call. I think Swala did a call, opportunity call, whatever it was, opportunity call Twila did. And I had him on the call. Matter of fact, I was looking at the screen and his name was right next to Peggy's. But I ain't say nothing because, again, until he made the move and he was ready to make the move, I didn't say anything yet because I didn't want Peggy to keep looking at it and wanting to stop. I was like, let me just do it on my behalf to build and strengthen relationships. I got people that I met with through Nikki, people I met through a lot. When people connect with me, sometimes I don't always remember how I know them until I start talking. And when I say we start going back to how do I know you again, they may say, oh, from this person. Then I'll be like, okay, great. If the person no longer around, I'll continue to nurture the relationship for myself. If the person is and we still plugging in, I'll nurture it for you guys and then try to help you build out. But because I'm focused on nurturing my network, and you got to focus on nurturing your network, build strong relationships. All these personal connections can lead to referrals. It can lead to like new opportunities. Even during this time right now, when we say that recruiting may be slow, because I don't want to say sales, because this would be a time when sales is turned all the way up. But all these things, all these steps, it can be something that can help you, like to channel your inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Into actionable strategies and help you drive the process and progress and everything else that you're going to need in order to build something big for yourself. Because everything that we're doing right now, every little step that we're taking right now, it seems like it may be small, but everything matters. Everything we're doing right now, it matters. Am I making sense, Tammy? Am I making sense, Sunshine? Every little bit matters with the plan. All right. So, and like I said, as I wrap the call, like I said, Tammy, I just sent you that your call. I sent a little while ago, right before this call, so it should be in your email. I'm gonna actually post it into our Facebook. I'm gonna put it to Unity chat, to the Unity Facebook page. I'm gonna put it back in it, then I'll actually put it into the thing because again, it'll be inspirational to other people who want to see somebody else doing the presentation. Did a great job on that right there, so I appreciate you as well. Let me see. Somebody saying something here in the chat. Oh, okay, great. All right, good stuff. All right. So as I wrap up the call, guys, I have anybody who has any last minute comments, statements, anything you want to be able to share before we end the call tonight. I'm not sure.
Hey, Miss
Scott.
Jennifer.
Who is that? Peggy? Go ahead, Miss Peggy.
No, I think that was Peggy and Tammy, I think.
You can go ahead, Nikki.
Go ahead, Miss
Hello.
Jennifer.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you for the opportunity yesterday. Sorry I got on the road right after that, but I am very excited and very inspired to do more. And like you said, when you do things, it does build your confidence and help you to get past that fear of doing stuff and worrying about how you're gonna sound and how you're gonna look and all that kind of stuff. But I'm just really grateful for it. I'm thankful for all the ideas. I can't wait to go listen to the second call recording because I saw the post in there, and I'm definitely gonna put together a plan. So I'm so grateful that you do these calls with us and you pour into us consistently, you and Nikki, every week. I was sharing with somebody else about um that they're not really active right now and they got some stuff going on. And I was telling them how, but listening anyway, I say, even if you're not ready to start back building a business, I say these calls are about your life. These
Mm-hmm.
calls are not just about the business. This information you learn could help keep you motivated. Right now, people are so hopeless right now and in fear, and these calls help keep you grounded.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling her, and I was sharing with her about a time before when they was on the call, and how they used to be excited afterwards, and like, oh, I could apply this to this, that, that. Oh, this could help me with this. And I was like, remember those days? And
Mm-hmm.
so we got to call our people, and like you, I'm glad you said about the building the relationships and just calling and checking on people, see how they're doing, because people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And when you just calling people and not talking about the business and just genuinely concerned about them in their life and well-being, that make people feel good.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want to thank you and Nikki for the inspiration and all the wisdom that y'all share on a weekly basis. Because a lot of times I've been in a lot of different businesses and you don't get this every week, all week. You know, I was overwhelmed at one time with it, but now I be like, oh, we ain't got no more Friday call.
Right.
You don't miss it till it's gone. So I just want to say thanks.
Yes, young lady, I appreciate you as well. And well, we thank you for just stepping up, and congratulations for deciding that you want to. Because again, anytime someone offers us the opportunity to step into our greatness, we can decline. We can easily come up with a bunch of excuses and reasons why not. And I've had that happen many times. I'll tell somebody this, they'd be like, "Well, this was that." And they'll have been in the business for months and be like, "I'm not ready yet." I'm like, we always ready. We won't be ready until you just do it. You just got to just get out there. And once you get out there, I already know. I already know most people, man. It's no, I don't gauge it to nothing. I don't charge it to nothing. I don't compare it to nobody else. I don't go, they did it this way. Everybody's gonna have their own style. And I look for that because your style will inspire somebody else. And they may hear me, Nikki, all the time, and they tuning out. There's somebody else saying the same thing a different way. They'd be like, oh my God, I'm so inspired that they can that inspiration can draw them into another space where they can literally go make sales, recruit people. So I appreciate you for just doing what you're doing as well, because you definitely add another level of leadership to the organization. So we appreciate you. I think I saw Peggy and I see Sharon got her hand raised as well.
Mr. Scott
Yeah.
and Miss Nikki, I want to thank you again for just pouring into us. And it's almost like sowing seeds, and the seeds that you sow grow. I'm doing these videos and I'm not posting them. And today I was just like, I don't even know where I'm posting it, whether it's going in TikTok, whether it's going on the reel, whether it's going. Guess what? I'm just going to do it. So I mean it. And when I looked at myself doing it, I was feeling pretty good. I said, I don't know what other people are going to talk about, but I'm talking about I don't have to eat no rabbit food. I'm just doing this because I know I can eat and still slim with this SOS, Slimming on Summer. So I turn the call back over to you. I appreciate you and Miss Nikki. And I'm going to get this TikTok and all that other stuff down. But in the meantime, I'm going to do what I do. I turn it back over to you.
No, no doubt, girl. Listen. It's funny because the older we get, but like because Tammy be like, this technology, you know what I'm saying? I make it seem like I be knowing this stuff. I be lost on so much stuff. Every time I be doing stuff, Nikki, help me with this. Show me this right here. Tell me this right here. I make it look good. That's why I always look for shortcuts. That's why I showed you guys the auto cut the other day on TikTok. Somebody texted me today they was, oh my God, your video just be so amazing. Like in my thing, your visuals. I'm like, that ain't me. That's auto cut. I just put stuff in there and it make it look like I'm this fantastic. But I'm trying to show you guys just ways that you can just do little short videos. It can be of anything. And the great thing is you can do voiceovers, whatever, man. So we don't have to know all the technology. We got to just be willing to learn and adapt to some things. And sometimes some people will even learn faster than others. You can be 60 years old, 70. There's people that's 70 years old right now teaching people on AI. It don't matter. Some people just get it faster than other people. You got me? So if somebody that's at 70 can do it, somebody that's at 60 can do it, I can definitely do it. So I never go, well, I'm too old. No, because I'm literally watching people older than me talking about this stuff and they learning how to incorporate it. So thank you for that right there, young lady. Sharon, you have something you want to better share?
Yes, sir. Good evening, and thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me share. And Miss Nikki, you and Miss Nikki, like I put in a post the other day that we have learned so much. You guys have given us so much. Now it's time for us to really get out there and do what we have to do because we already know the plan. Yesterday after that call, I went over to Walmart. I was giving out samples again. I'm back on the game. I'm back in because I know what it can do. And right now I'm losing so much weight. And my sister said to me, stop because your neck is getting too long. But I drink the teas, and I still do my thing. But I have to really seriously get back into this because like I said, I know what it can do, and I know the potential that we have. You guys have poured into us so much, and I truly appreciate you and this Nikki. I really do. I may not say much all the time, but I really do appreciate you, and I am back in.
Yes,
Thank you.
Appreciate you as well, and you look amazing. You know what I'm saying? And just and I say that to say, a lot of times that happens to all of us, right? You start losing weight, and people go, "You look good, but don't lose no more weight though." It's only that they're not used to it. They're not used to you looking the way you look. Now they seen you back in the days that way, but the way you look now, so everybody says that they'll go, "Oh, until you look like Skeletor in the face and your skin is all sucked in, and you can see the face." Then I can get that it can be a little bit extra. But most people, because even when I first started losing weight the first time, people go, "You look good, but don't lose no more weight though." I'm like, all right, but I didn't gauge it by them. I gauged it by other people go when I was saying, I was like, this is how old I am. They're like, what? Oh my God. So all new people who didn't know me and they saw me for the first time, they thought I looked healthy, I look good. Oh my God. They tell me, come here. Guess how old he is. All this other stuff. So I knew by new people. Old people, they do have to get used to it because when I slimmed down when I was a vegan, I had lost a lot of weight, but I felt the best that I had in a long time, like ever. I felt so good. I felt refreshing. I wasn't feeling tight when I ate. I had more energy. It was just different things. So as long as you being healthy and you doing it the right way in your process, you should just stay your own course. I'm saying, but just make sure, like as we're doing what we're doing, always look to do what we do and keep ourselves healthy as we're losing weight. Keep the protein coming in as well, so we can, as we're losing fat, you can also lose muscle if you're not doing extra stuff. So just all these things are important, man. But just keep staying the course, and I appreciate you as well, young lady. Anybody else got any last thing? I think Nikki.
Yes, sir. Listen, okay, I think I saw somebody else go, but I just want to say thank you for this amazing training this evening. And thank you for everyone who, shared tonight, everyone who is stepping up. I just want to remind everybody that it's nothing to it but to do it, okay? Even if you don't know what you're doing. I've seen some of some viral videos, okay, or people who have, just blew up, okay, doing something that they don't even really know what they're doing, okay. There have been times, I promise you, where I have created videos where I'm doing like a whole movie production, like I'm a Tyler Perry studio doing all kind of stuff. I'm doing my makeup, I'm doing all kind of stuff, and I may get just a little traction, but the videos that I do where I'm just like, whatever, those be the ones that just go viral, right? Those are the ones that, people are like, ooh. So people just want to see you real and raw. They don't care about perfection because nobody's looking for a perfection, right? So I just say, and just want to remind everybody, just do it, right? Do it how you do it, because nobody can do it the way that you do it anyway. All right. So that's all I wanted to add. And, I will turn the call back over to you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate you for just sharing that. Thank you so much.
Hello. Hello. This is how you
What's going on,
doing?
Teeny? What's going on,
How
young
you
lady?
doing? I haven't been posting lately, as you can see. Just been busy working, but I'm trying to get back in it. I was into a Boca Chambers in Boca Raton, Florida, and I thought of you because I'm going to need you in a couple of months to get on a Zoom with me because it's going to be a network for net worth. I think 2 months from now. So I'm going to that event. So I'm gonna definitely need you.
Well, I got you. I got you. Well, as you see, we stay sharp here. We do all that we're doing right now. So when things like that pop up, we're already in motion. So when it's that time, whatever you need me for, we're definitely ready to help you. Move forward. So I appreciate you for sharing. Thank you.
Because it's going to be in Boca Raton Chambers of Commerce. So I said, I definitely need Mr. Scott on that for 2 months because I don't want to get flustered. Because when I was there on Friday, I was like getting all flustered. And I'm like, let me just calm down. Let me just go slowly about total life because I was there on Friday.
I got you. I got you. Well, we got you from this point here, young lady. I promise you that. I got. Listen, everybody else who's on the call, I appreciate you guys logging on to tonight's call, man. Take the information, be inspired from the inspiration. Put a plan in place. Don't just sit back and see what happens. The 10th of the month is coming. 11 days. If we all just say, okay, let me sell enough product that I can put volume back in. It can be a nice paycheck that you have. You can have a nice paycheck to pay for your smart ship, to buy other products. We're in preparation for getting through the rest of July and August. So by the time into August, going to September come, we got a lot of products that we didn't sample, sold, people using the product, people having results that going into September and October, November, December, closing out the year. And I've seen it happen many times. I may have a slow summertime and first of the year, but by the end of the year, man, it's like I be crushing it. And we all are on pace for that same thing. So just know that's going to be our plan by the 10th of the month to put our volume back in. So sell, get your product, share, get the people going, get the people using the product, get their testimonials. So you can do some videos with their testimonials, have your customers get on the scale. And so you can send a bunch of pictures of scales and all this stuff. Just do something to keep yourself active and keep growing. And I see each and every one of you guys, not just at the top, I see you guys over the top. You guys have an amazing new you. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.